Alright, hey guys, good morning. I'm on the job site. And first, this video is going to be about installing installation on a job site. Okay, and first we're going to start off with the tools that you need for the installation. So I carry two knives, right? I carry an installation knife, which is this bad boy right here. It looks just like a kitchen knife. As you can see, it's very sharp, and it got these sharp ridges. And this is the sheath that it goes into, right? And this is the hook that you could clip it onto your belt or your pants. The other installation knife that I use is this one right here. This one right here, I like this one better because I can quickly access it without putting it back in the sheath and pulling it back out. This one right here, I just put it in the side of my tool bag and it's ready to go. So me personally, I prefer this one. Now the difference is with this one, I could cut more than one piece of insulation at a time. So this have its uses, but again, me personally, I prefer this one. You know, some of you guys might prefer this one, but anyway, these are the two knives that you should have on you when you're dealing with this installation. So I want to show you the different type of installation, right? This installation is a 3 by 16, right? It's 3 inches thick, right? This is the thickness right here, and it's 16 inches wide, right? 16 inches across, right? So you have this one right here. This one is a 1.5, right? It's 1.5 inches thick by 24 inches wide, right? And then you have this one too, right? This one is 2 inches thick by 24 inches wide also. So as you can see, I have all 3 packs open because I'm about to installate this bathroom right here. And what it is these insulation goes in between this these studs right here, right? And depending on the size of the stud will be depending on the size of the installation that you use, right? So this right here is a shaft wall, and this shaft wall right here, usually we use 1 inch thick installation, but I don't have any, so I can use the 1.5, right? And the 1.5, which I already have a piece in here, as you can see, it fits perfectly. So I'm about to insulate this real quick and just show you guys how I measure it up, cut it, and then just stuff it in. So it's just insulation, guys. You know, on these jobs, right, you have to be quick. So, you know, they don't want you to take all day insulating a room. It's just installation. It's going to be covered up by sheetrock. So you just get it in, stuff it in, and move on. Okay, so let me show you guys how this is going to be done. Okay, so I grab a 1.5, right? Put my ladder over here. Well, first, let me see this so I can show you guys how it's going to be done. Alright? So what I do is, I just line it up. I put this side inside, and what I do is, I just basically take my knife and I go right on the stud, in the middle of the stud, and that's the length, that's the width that I cut it. From stud to the middle. And I cut it straight down, right? And then I just put it in, stuff it in. Now, and the top also. So sometimes you might need glue for this for these shaft walls, but in this case, right, this fits perfectly, so I don't have to use no glue at all. I just stuff it in, and that's basically how it's done. Right, I have another piece right here that I can use for the bottom part, and I just screw the height across, right, and I just stuff it in once again, and voila, it's done. That's that simple. So this is a repetitive work, so this is what you're going to be doing all day. Right, and you know, it don't have to be perfect, but this is how it looks, guys. Right, that's it. Right, so again, that's the shaft wall, 1 inch or 1.5, whatever you have. But if you have the 1 inch, put the 1 inch. Right, so now again, I have a 16. This is 16 inches wide, and the stud is 2.5 inches. So I'm gonna use the 16 by 3 inch, only because it's quicker. Because they cut in 16s already, I don't have to cut it. So that's what I'm gonna use. So let me show you how that's gonna be done. Okay. Show you how it's going to be done. Here now I have plenty of these. This is what I'm going to use. I just stuff it in. Alright, and it's just that simple. These are already cut in 16s. So it's easier. Just put this in rather than cutting and leaving all type of little pieces all around the place. Alright, so that I do that. Okay. Clamp on it out and go. Alright. So this, as you can see, there's a pipe up here. So I'm just gonna rip this in half. So this way it could go around the pipe. Okay, so that's what I do. I just stuff it in. Again, don't have to be perfect, guys. In this business, speed is everything, right? You have guys waiting on you, coming from the rock, and here he come right now, waiting for me to finish installing this installation so he could get in here. So I have to move very quickly. Okay? In this business, you have to move quick.
Hurry up, Rob, hurry up.
And the more you do it, the quicker you get. That's the one thing about this, right? You find all type of shortcuts. So don't worry if you're slow in the beginning, but you have to find ways to become faster the way you do things around here. Right? Again, they don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be fast. Okay, that's that. Okay, and again, it's a repetitive thing. So I'm gonna do this whole bathroom, right? And this is how it looks, right? And you gotta insulate all around these pipes. You gotta insulate all of that. So it's just basically cutting it out, sizing it up, cutting it out. Some people, they use a measuring tape. I don't. You know, measuring tape is good, but it takes longer once you measure. So I just size it up and just cut. That's what I do. Okay. So that's the best and quickest way. So you guys see that I'm masked up. I got my glasses on because this installation, this stuff is some nasty stuff. This stuff get on your skin, starts to itch you all over. If it get in your eyes, that's a big problem. So I remember when I first started, I caught an eye infection from this installation. So make sure you guys protect your eyes, your skin, right? And you'll be fine. That's it. So I'm gonna finish this room and I'm gonna come back and show you what it look like once it's done. Okay, again, I'm gonna finish this off and I'll come back and show you guys what it look like once it's done. So yeah guys, so I like to insulate the top first or the bottom first, and then I insulate the top and I leave the middle open. This way I don't have to climb up on the ladder 2 times. So that's a good way to insulate when you insulate it. All right, so you don't have to climb, because climbing up the ladder takes time also. So you insulate the bottom or the top first, whichever you prefer, and just leave the middle open. This way is at your height, and you don't have to climb the ladder to fill in that middle piece. Okay. All right, so let me show you guys once again. So it's coming along. All right, basically almost done. I'm gonna show you guys what it look like once I'm done. All right, it's easy, man. Easy peasy, man. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how I would fill this in right here. Okay, basically I line it up with that, and then I line it up at the bottom right here, and I cut right across. Basically, that's it. It's that simple. Like I said, it don't have to be perfect, right? Because it's just installation, and nobody's gonna see it. Okay. Alright, so as you can see, alright, there's a little gap that's right here, right, and basically you see this little pieces of insulation on the floor, and you just take it and you just fill it in, you stuff it in, right? These little pieces, they come in handy. So alright, and basically you see, that's it, alright, and that's it. Right, and as for this right here, I'm gonna take little pieces and just fill that in. Right, that's it. That's what you're doing all day, room to room, from room to room, bathrooms, apartments, right? And these are the apartments, right? So, right. So basically, when I insulate these, I'm gonna wait for the guy to put the wall up on the other side, and then I'll insulate this side, because if I put the insulation up now, it's gonna fall out when they put the wall up. So it's good to wait until there's a wall up on one side and insulate the opposite side, basically. Okay, you see, like right here, there's a wall up right here, so I could just insulate this with no problem, right? And as you can see, right, so these studs is 3.5 inches. So I'm gonna take this 3-inch thick insulation and I will just stuff it in. All right, that's basically it. All right, so that's it. That's what you're doing all day. That's it. All right, so this is how it look on the job site, guys. All right, you have all the sheetrock, you have studs and tracks all over the place. All right, this is the electrical box where they put their electrical equipment in, wires and everything. So yeah, this is what it is. I want you to come up on it. Okay, so now guys, right? See this right here? Basically, this is a 24-inch wide installation, so I'm gonna cut 2 pieces at one time. So what I do is, like I said, I line it up with the stud, cut down, and then I'll go to this side and cut this side, and I cut 2 pieces at one time, so I get to fill both ends in at the same time. So that's a good way to do it. That's how you do it. Yeah, guys, so sometimes you'll be asked to go get a stud or a track. So I just want to show you the difference between the stud and the track. So you see, studs, they have these little holes in it, right? So this would be a stud, right? And as you can see on the bottom is a track. The tracks, they don't have no holes in them. So that's the difference between a stud, which is right here, and a track, right? The tracks is used to put the studs in, so they go at the bottom, right, of the floor, and they also go at the top, right? And in between them are studs. Okay, so that's the difference between the stud and the track. And of course, a 2.5 stud will go in a 2.5 track. A 1.5 stud will go in a 1.5 track, and a 3.5 stud will go into a 3.5 track. So basically, that's how that goes. Okay. So yeah, guys. So when you cut in this installation, like I said, I like to cut on this right here. I'll score it and then I'll bring it over and just cut it straight down on this. Or if I need a wider piece, I'll use this right here and use this as a cutting board. Alright, some people, they like to cut it on the sheetrock, which you got to be careful cutting it on the sheetrock, because that when you cut on the sheetrock and your blade touch that sheetrock, it actually makes compress the paper. It compromises the paper, and it makes the sheetrock weaker. So I advise you guys not to cut on the stacks of sheetrock unless you have maybe like a piece that's not being used, which you can find them all over the place, like right here, and you can put it on top of the boards and cut on that. Or you can make yourself a little table, which that's what some people do too, but I just cut straight on the, I just use the studs to cut on. That's what I do. Yes, I just wanted to show y'all, like on the ends, right, of these framework, you have studs that's loose, right? You can move it back and forth, right? So the reason for that is this is called a backup stud. That's because when they sheetrock the wall, the sheetrock is gonna go behind this stud right here. So I won't insulate this right here, because it'll be for no reason, because they will have to take the insulation out to back this stud up, right? And the same thing over here, right, at this end, right? It's just called the backup stud, right? It's not pinned down. That's because when they run this wall, it's gonna run all the way to the back of here. So they need this to move, so they could put 1 or maybe 2 pieces of sheetrock back there. So I won't insulate between here. I'm gonna leave that plain, okay? But the rest I'm gonna insulate, okay? So yeah, same thing with this right here. Also a backup stud right here. So you have to be aware of backup studs, and don't insulate where the backup studs are. Just leave it until they put that wall in, and either they will insulate it or you'll just come back and insulate it. Okay, so a wall like this, guys, you see this wall, right? I don't have to insulate this, because when they insulate inside this bathroom, they're gonna insulate the bathroom before they do the apartment. The bathrooms have to be done first before the apartment is done. So they're gonna insulate inside. I'm inside the bathroom, so the sheetrock is gonna go inside, right? And hold on, my brother. And then that's gonna leave this out, right? So this could be insulated after they put up the wall on the outside. So I don't have to insulate this. I could just leave this as is. And when I come back and do the apartment, after they do the bathroom, then I can insulate this because it'll be a wall behind this right here before they close up this wall. So yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah, see, that's another thing, man. I have to go take a trip to the shanty and get these screws right here. So yeah, the shanty is where they keep most of the material as far as screws and batteries for the guns and things of that nature. You know, some shanties, you know, people eat inside them on a lunch break, you know, but that's what the shanty is. You'll get to know what the shanty is once you get on the job. But yeah, so I have to go down there and get these screws right here. That's another thing, being an apprentice, right? The mechanics ask you to go get something, you have to go get it. All right, guys, so let's go down to the shanty and see what that look like. Okay. So our shanty is on the first floor. Depends on where you go. Most of the time the shanty is on the first floor, but sometimes it could be on the second, third. Alright, so yeah. I'll go all the way down to one. To the shanty, pick up these screws, and I'll take the hoist back up. So yeah. Okay. There's different shanties down here, right? So each trade have their own shanty. Right, so this is the shanty right here. This is for the carpenter. This is the shanty right here. So this is the shanty where all the material is kept at, basically. There's nobody in here. Let me find somebody where I can get these screws from. Okay guys, I got the box of screws. And now, being that I'm on 9, I'm going to take the hoist up. So let's take a trip to the hoist. Alright, and this is the hoist. When you have deliveries, right, this is the loading dock to the hoist. Right here, this is where the trucks come. And they offload the sheetrock and everything. And this is the hoist right here. So now, there's no button to press for the hoist, so just gonna wait for the hoist. What's going on, my brother?
What's up, bro? How are you?
Everything good? Another day, another day.
Another day. Another day.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Clint.
Good. Yeah, so when you work a lot of these jobs, it'd be cold in the winter, right? Some of them they got heat, some of them don't. So make sure you guys have some hand warmers in there, because once your fingers get cold, you know what I'm saying, make sure you pack some hand warmers just in case. Once your hands get cold, man. Alright, that makes the simplest job harder to do. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, this is what the hoist look like. So this hoist, takes up material, right? Takes it up, bring it down. I'm on a 9. So this is the shanty, guys. We're going up to the 9th floor. Shanty time. That's 7?
6.
6. Step out. So this is the shanty. You going to 8 or 10? 10? Okay. I'm going to 9. Thank you, sir. So this is it, guys. Back here, these screws.
No, Rob,
What's up?
when you get a chance, give those guys a hand over there, man. This young kid's not gonna make it.
Okay. So, see? Young kids not gonna make it because they're too slow, man.
Hey,
There you go, my brother. He said use those, okay?
remember you were there.
Nah, I know. That's what I was telling him. I said as you go on, you get quicker, but these jobs is unforgivable, bro.
Except you go over there.
Yeah. So I'm being called someplace else, guys. But that's how it is as an apprentice. You be pulled left, right, front, back, all day. All right. That's it.